So on the next inhale then, let's slowly bring ourselves onto our hands onto our knees. Slide the knees then underneath the hips. So on the exhale, let's bring your round your back upwards towards the ceiling, so tuck the chin under. And then inhale, let's go for the cow stretch, so the opposite. So sink your middle, lift your tailbone, lift your chest. And then again, let's tuck your chin back under. Exhale, let's lift your back towards the ceiling, draw your belly in and up. And then inhale the opposite way. So on the exhale, let's bring your spine somewhere in between the cat and the cow. So draw your belly in and up. And then inhale, is straighten the right leg out behind us. So come onto our right tiptoe, push back into the right heel. And we're going to start to slide the right leg over to the right. Just start to bring it to the right. Just make sure the hip feels okay as you bring it round. Inner thigh is okay, the knee. And we just place you can maybe ground down the little toe side of the foot, or place the foot where it's comfortable for your leg and hip. So if you're feeling a good stretch in your inner thigh there, we'll just stop still. Otherwise we'll start to melt our chest back down towards the floor. So just start to lower either to the elbows, maybe head rests on the hands, or if you still want more, we can add on a twist by threading the right arm underneath the left. So the right arm goes away from the right leg, the head and shoulder may come down. Just stop at any point though that you're finding that inner thigh stretch. You might get the added shoulder stretch if you add the post the arm through. We'll just take another 5 breaths. Okay, so just start to lift our chest back up if we've lowered it. So inhale. And then exhale, just slide the right leg back behind onto your tiptoe. Push back into the right heel. And then we'll just drop the right knee back underneath the hip. So nice and easy. We'll do 2 cat-cows. Inhale, lift your tailbone chest. Just see how that right leg's feeling. Exhale, let's round your back upwards. So 1 more of each. Inhale the opposite way. Spreading the weight evenly through the hands. And then exhale, let's arch your back towards the ceiling. So as inhale, let's bring the spine somewhere in between the cat and the cow. So draw your belly in and up. Exhale, this time we'll come onto our left tiptoe, push into our left heel. Just see how the back of the left leg feels. And then we'll start to slide the left leg out to the left, and you can stop at any point if you feel any kind of pain anywhere, no pain in the hips or knee, and too much in the inner thigh maybe. Either staying on the elbow, on the hand, so we'll start to drop down. Maybe just a little to the elbows, maybe the head rests on the floor, or even if you still got more, you can post the left arm through there. Just see how that left inner thigh is feeling. Maybe left shoulder. So another 5 slow breaths. And then we'll just slowly bring yourself back up onto your hands. So inhale. Exhale, slide the left leg just all the way behind you. And your left tiptoe. You push back into the left heel and then bring the left knee back underneath the hip. So inhale on all fours. Exhale, slide both hands out in front for a puppy dog. So you can start to melt your chest towards the floor. Just check the armpits, the shoulders feel okay. How your chest feels. Maybe sink in forehead or even go chin and chest, and as long as the neck's good for that. Just keep it melting down. Yeah, nice and easy start. So another 5 breaths. So let's try and pull our hips back. As we pull our hips back towards our heels, the hands should slide back in. And then rolling back onto all fours, so inhale, and similar now with downward facing dog, so just tuck the toes under, start to push the floor away, start to lift the knees, and then lifting the hips. And if you want to just stay still or pedal the heels one at a time into the ground, keep winding through the shoulders, keep lifting the tailbone, just now see how the backs of the legs are feeling as well here. And instead of bringing your chest all the way through, which might feel nice for a little bit, let's see if we can keep the head in between the ears. You may want to hold yourself out if you can, go deeper, but work on strengthening. And so keep nice, full, slow breaths. Okay, so as inhale, let's lift high onto our tiptoes. And then exhale, start to bend knees and open the knees out to side, toes out like a little frog, and sit like a wide child's pose. Let's sit hips to the heels, and then inhale, let's lift the hips back into down dog. Let's do another 3. Exhale as we start to open the knees, push away the floor, squat. And then inhale, lift back into down dog. Take another 2. Exhale as we open the knees wide, sit hips back towards the heels, and then inhale into down dog. And then last one, exhale, let's squat, look forward, walk step, or if you want to hop, let's move to the front of the mat. When we get there, let's inhale, lift and lengthen up halfway. And then exhale, let's bend the knees as much as you need for that first fold. And then we can just let go of the arms, just stay, see how the backs of the body is feeling. Just release the shoulders. If you want to pedal out, or stay still again. Just try and spread the weight nicely through the feet so you can lift the toes, place them down. If the arches even maybe internally rotate the thighs or widen through the sit bones. Just feel the weight of your head kind of weightlessness. So soften the knees there, bend, inhale. Exhale, let's push down as the feet start to unravel all the way up to stand. When we get to top, we just roll the shoulders back and lift the head up last, and then inhale. So let's bend the elbows and start to reach the arms upwards towards the ceiling. So we'll just take another breath in there. And on the breath out, let's bring the palms together, let's bend the knees, let's come back into our forward fold. Inhale, let's lift your chest up halfway. Exhale, let's take a big step backwards with our right foot into a lunge position. So inhale, and then exhale, let's walk ourselves round so we're halfway into a wide leg forward fold. So just turn the toes where the knees put maybe, or you can even pick them up and place them at a good angle for your hips. So you inhale, lift the chest up halfway again, and then exhale, we'll start to maybe fold towards the legs. So just take it easy. Don't want to overdo the stretch in the inner thighs or hamstrings. So as inhale, let's lift away from your legs again, so lengthen your spine. And then exhale, let's fold forward and in, maybe a little bit closer. Maybe walk the hands in a little bit more, maybe lifting the kneecaps, engaging your thighs there. So there's 2 more. Inhale, let's lift yourself away from the legs. And then exhale as we fold, maybe a little bit closer. So bring the hips in between the feet. And then last time, inhale, lift up halfway, and then exhale as we fold back in. And just stay here for a few breaths. Spreading weight through the feet, so just check if you're rolling in. You might want to ground that little toe side of the foot down, and just releasing the neck or head, give it a little shake. And then we just inhale, let's lift ourselves up again. And then exhale as we walk ourselves back round towards the left foot. So as inhale, place the hands down. Exhale, let's slide the left foot now all the way up in the air behind us for down dog split. So right foot staying on the floor, left leg's lifting up. So just keep pushing back into the right leg. We're still stretching the back of the right leg, keep lifting the left leg. So for now we can keep the hips level. So a few more breaths, keep pressing back. And then exhale, let's land the left foot down. Inhale, let's lift the hips high, let's roll forward into a plank. So shoulders over the hands. And then exhale, let's bend the knees, let's sit back like that little squat, but so knees are staying in. And then lift through down dog. Let's inhale, wave forward into plank. So plank to down dog waves. Another 3, breathe out, let's bend the knees, push back into the hands, sit hips back towards the heels, lift the hips, and then ripple forward into your plank. Or kneeling plank if you want to take it easy. 2 more, exhale as we squat back. Inhale, lift and ripple forward into plank. Last one, then exhale, bend the knees, sit back. Inhale, lift and ripple forward into plank. On the exhale then, is slowly lower ourselves down onto a front so you can reach your chest forward, keep your elbows stacked over the wrists, just lower. Just untuck the toes then, as inhale, lift the chest up. So either hover hands or come in more into a cobra. So shoulders away from the ears here. Inhale there and then exhale, let's lower. So just tuck the toes, just press up into plank. Inhale. And then exhale, let's lift the hips high back into downward facing dog. Just going to repeat that one more time. So you're warming up nicely. So inhale, lift onto tiptoes. Just come back to a frog squat. So open the knees. Let's sit hips back towards the heels. And then inhale as we lift the hips back into down dog. 3 more of these. And exhale, let's bend the knees and sit lower. You might want to bring the hands in. Make sure this is okay for the shoulders, the knees. Inhale there. So 2 more. Breathe out as we squat. And inhale. And then last one, then exhale, squat, look forward, walk, step or hop to the front. When we get there, let's inhale, lift and lengthen. Up halfway, back into our fold, then breathe out. And again, just let go. And just give the head a shake off or shoulders, stay still. Just check the feet. Sensations in the body. So let's bend the knees here, inhale. Breathe out, let's roll up to stand. And just roll the shoulders back and lift the head at last and inhale. So exhale then, get ready. Inhale, let's bend the elbows, reach the hands up. And exhale, let's come back into our fold. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up. This time we'll step our left foot far behind us. Exhale, another breath in. And then just start to swivel around one more time into wide leg fold. So just adjusting your feet. You can turn the toes maybe a slightly different angle, maybe inwards. Inhale, half lift up, and then exhale as we walk ourselves underneath. You might want to go a bit wider or you are feeling a bit looser on the first time here. Inhale, lift up halfway. You can even take the hands off the floor if you want a little bit more strength in here as well. And then exhale, let's fold yourself in, or hands off blocks easier. So 2 more, inhale, lift, or even not use your arms to fold. You can just brace and try and pull yourself through instead. Exhale, a bit more challenge. And then last one then, inhale, lift. And again, exhale, we can fold. And if you want to, you can not use your hands at all and just keep trying to bring your body through. Otherwise, you'd be a bit more relaxed. And keep active in the legs, keep grounding the feet. You want to give the head a shake off again there. Keep walking yourself through. So slowly inhale, let's lift up a little. And then exhale, let's walk ourselves back over the right foot. So right foot, and then we'll step into down dog split with the right leg in the air this time. And then we'll be pressing backwards into the left leg. So just keeping the hips square, just keep pressing back into the hands. Pushing into that left leg. Really feel what's going on here. Obviously we tend to shift the weight to the left, so you can keep more central with your body. Another inhale, and then exhale, let's lower your right foot down. Inhale, let's lift and ripple forward into a plank. So one more set of these waves. Exhale, let's bend the knees, sit hips back towards the heels. Inhale, lift nice and high through down dog. Let's wave our spine into plank, shoulders over the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, sit back. Inhale, lift through down dog. Let's ripple forward into a plank. Really move as fluid as you can. Exhale as we squat back last time then. Inhale, lift and ripple forward into a plank. So we're going to stay in plank to lower for cobra. Inhale, plank. Exhale, let's squeeze the arms in. Let's lower down. Inhale, let's then tuck the toes. Let's lift your chest. Even the hips down. Legs down. Cobra, as much cobra as you like. Exhale, let's lower back onto the front. You're just going to push the knees this time. Inhale. And then exhale, let's sit back into our child's pose. Okay. So as inhale, let's come back onto all fours. So hands in the shoulders and your knees and your hips. So on the exhale, let's bring your spine in between cat-cow. And then inhale, let's reach the right foot to the back of the mat and lift the right knee. So we'll either just hold the foot on the floor or we'll lift the right leg up this time. And we'll just keep reaching the right foot away from us. So easier if you keep the, well, it's different really, I suppose. We can either keep the right leg out to the behind us, and especially if our hip didn't like it out to the side. Otherwise, we're going to bring our right leg now out to the right, and then keep holding it there instead. Otherwise, just bring it back behind us. So you can keep pushing down into the hands. You can keep lifting the right leg, keep bracing, keep lifting out the shoulders. Quite a lot of work. I'm feeling this. Core muscles. As soon as you need to rest, we'll drop the right foot down, so you can keep going a little bit longer there. Keep lifting as it gets tired. And then let's lower the right foot out to the right, or bring the right leg out to the right. And we can always bring it back behind if we need to. And we'll do the same with the foot behind. So you can spread the weight through the hands. This time let's tuck the left toe under. Let's lift the left knee off the floor, just a little bit. And then we're going to have a go at posting the right leg out to the underneath the left knee and left hand. So you're going to turn the left knee around upwards. The right leg's going to come across. You're going to see if you can step it, the little toe side of the right foot through. The left knee's then going to spin. If you want to sit down easier, sit down. Otherwise, we're going to lift the hips upwards and reach up or overhead with the left hand. So the right leg's threading through. As soon as you want to rest, we'll just lower the right hip, lower yourself to the ground there. So we kind of got our right leg straight and left knee bent when we end up coming down. So. And then we'll slowly lower the hips down if we're still going. We'll keep the right leg straight then, the left knee can stay bent, and we'll just step the left foot to the inside of the right leg. So left foot, knees bent, we can support the knee with a block or something, the ankle. We can lift the hips up, replacing it or sit onto something. So inhale, lift the chest up, and we're going to exhale, fold either inside the legs, so straight down the middle. Or we can start to add on a twist and maybe find more stretch in the back of the right leg or inner thigh, maybe more of that left hip or left side. If you want to, you can start to fold towards the right leg, maybe even reach across, right hand behind, or left arm can cross over the leg. Easier, we can always soften the knee, but it's really a big stretch. You can always just bend the right knee there. Or stay more off the leg as well. Another eye, the left knee bent, right leg. So relaxing the shoulders. You want to be quite active in that right leg, flex the right foot, engage the right thigh, press the knee down. We're going with the straight line. So as inhale then, we'll start to lift up your body off the leg again. And then we'll just lift the left knee upwards towards the ceiling. So we're going to repost the right leg back through so we're facing the other way again. So the right hand's going to come down. We're going to lift your hips up. You can turn, you can reach up if you like with that left hand again. And then we're going to thread the right leg back underneath. We're going to spin onto that left hip toe. And we're just going to come straight onto all fours, facing the normal way again. Okay. So as inhale, let's kick your left leg out behind. So we're on our left tiptoe. You're all tangled. And then lift the left leg in the air there. So you can either stay with the left leg reaching out behind. So notice the difference in stretch or what we're doing to hold the leg in the air, what muscles we need to use when it's kicked out, or what muscles that we need to use as it's out to the left. So if you want to go out to the left, bring it to the left, otherwise we can keep it behind. Okay, let's keep working. Actually, or you can kind of put block under the leg and pretend like I'm lifting it when I'm not. I'm joking. Let's keep going. I was cheating. Keep bracing, feel your core muscles working, your sides, your obliques, that left leg against gravity, the arms, trying to hold you up as well. When you feel like you've done the same, we can lower the left leg down to the side. Okay, so we'll tuck the right toe under. Let's lift the right knee off the floor now, just a little bit. And then we're going to post the left leg underneath the right knee, right arm. So when you're ready to, the right knee's going to spin to the right, the left leg's going to come through, the right heel's going to drop to the floor, the left leg's going to kick to the side, and then we're going to lift, either just sit straight down or we can lift the hips. We can turn the right knee, open the right knee with the right toes point as well. Maybe really drive the hips up, right arm. We can play around the position of that right arm, reach it behind or up towards the ceiling. Just seem like getting more stretch in that right side. You take it overhead. As soon as you've done the same though, we'll just lower the hips to the ground. So just keep the right knee bent and drop your left hip to the floor. Okay, then we'll hold on to your right foot and slide it inside the right leg. Just like that. You just support the knee if we need to. You're going to firstly inhale, lift, sit upright. Exhale and just start to fold down the middle. Either stage or central there. Or if you want to add on a bit of a twist, maybe more intense down that left leg and right side, maybe you can start to fold over the left leg there. Just take your time. Gradually folding in more and more and more. Okay, so when we're ready to move back on, we feel like we've done the same. So we're lifting up the right knee, so placing the right foot on the floor, left hand behind us. Let's push into our right foot, left toe, little toe side of the foot can come down, we can lift back up. And then we can slowly sink the hips down a little bit. Bring the hand down as the left knee pulls through and we're back up onto all fours there and inhale. So exhale and let's slide back into puppy dog. We may have a go at lifting the knees in kind of far reaching puppy dog, but it's quite intense through the arms, so we want to make sure we're really kind of gripping or with the hands as well and widen through the shoulders, we're strong through the arms here. So we can stay where we are, you can chin on the floor or forehead, or maybe make sure you can push into the hands there and it's not too much on the shoulders. You might want to start to lift the knees. It's quite strong and active, so you may stay down. Very strong. It's a short one there, so it comes straight back down. And then from there then, if you're not down, bring the knees down, slide the hands back. So we're back up onto our fours, inhale. And exhale, let's press back into down facing dog. So inhale, lift high onto tiptoes. Exhale, let's bend the knees open into our little frog squat. And then look forward, let's walk, step or hop straight to the front of the mat. Inhale, let's lift and lengthen halfway up. And then heel toe, feet about mat width. Pull the knees open and come into another squat. Let's just start to sit down, hips inside the heels. Easier though, we can sit on a block here or can stay a bit higher maybe. This isn't easier, it would be less stretch maybe, but be a bit more strengthening. So if you do want to lift out the bottom part, you always come out, try and lengthen the spine and draw the shoulders away from the ears, keep the weight nice in the feet. Okay, so just keep open if you want to swivel around it at all, or just stay still. So if we do need to come into a fold in order to come up to stand, we can fold and roll up like we did the first time. Otherwise, we're going to try and take the arms off the knees without the knees dropping inwards. So reaching the hands in front or even up to the ceiling is even harder. Start to take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, then we'll keep pulling the knees apart, push down to the feet, start to lift. And when we get to the top, you can inhale, straighten the legs, and then exhale, we just shake off. So you can heel toe the feet back in. Bend the elbows, inhale, reach the hands upwards towards the ceiling. And then exhale, let's come back into our forward fold. Inhale, half lift up, and then exhale, right foot is stepping behind her. So inhale there, and then exhale, let's walk ourselves round for wide leg fold. So just adjusting the feet, turning the toes, heels in line, inhale. So like what we did on the floor then, we're going to exhale, start to fold towards the right leg. So you're going to start to, so the first option would be to stay quite away from the right leg. We can have a hand on a block if we need to, and we can always just reach the right hand up and take a twist, or hand behind the back. Otherwise we can fold more towards the right leg for a deeper stretch to the back of the right leg. We can start to bring our, reach across with the left hand and start to bring our chin towards the shin. Just take your time and not to overstretch. Just really feel what's going on in that right leg. Support, maybe engage your quads. Spread the weight through the feet. So you're going to take another stretch here, another upper body kind of strengthen the side plank. So we're going to start to place the left hand to the side of the left foot. You can be higher if we need to. We're going to turn the toes now to face the back of the mat, so the toes are facing the front. And then we're going to keep turning, keep twisting. So our little toe side of that back foot, left foot's going to come down, and our right foot's going to heel toe to the kind of sides of the mat, so the knees in line with the hips. So another side plank there, we can reach upwards with the right hand, or lift the hips up and reach overhead with the right hand. You can even maybe sink that underneath side to find maybe a bit of a stretch in that underneath side, or we can work it more by really trying to drive up and lift. If you need to, at any point we'll come back into wide leg folds. You can stay here a bit longer, keep reaching, play around with how you're holding your spine. You want to do a cat-cow like we did at the start here, or draw the ribs in. When you're ready to, then we'll step the right foot back to the front. You can even keep it where it is, but we'll turn the toes round as we spiral all the way round, so we're facing over the left foot again. Inhale when we face the left foot. And then we're in down dog split now with the left leg in the air. So sliding the left foot all the way back behind and lifting the left leg out. Exhale, let's bend the left knee and start to turn the hips open to the left. So keep pushing back into the right leg. Or you can stay with down dog split, the hips square like we did last time if you prefer. So keep twisting, keep pressing back. And again, we can keep twisting more. We can get more weight on the right arm if it feels stable. We can turn the right foot more and more to the side. The left foot then can land to the outside, just a wild thing, outside of the right leg. Then we can lift our hips and arch our spine, keep lifting out of the right shoulder, spread the weight through the right hand there, otherwise staying with down dog split. When you're ready to come off the arms, or come out of this position first, we'll brace a lot, and maybe left foot might lift. You can slowly swivel back to centre and land the left foot down by the side of the right into down dog. Inhale, let's lift and ripple forward then into plank. Exhale, let's lower ourselves down for cobra. So inhale into your cobra. And then exhale, we'll press back into down dog to repeat for the other side. So push to your knees or to your toes and then lift the hips and lengthen out. Inhale, then we're lifting onto tiptoes when we're in down dog. Exhale, one little frog squat. Look forward, walk, step or hop to the front. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. And then again, heel toe with the feet about mat width, or maybe less or wider for you. Exhale, we're coming into a squat. One more of these then. So bringing the hips down in between, keep opening the knees. Sit on the block if we need to. See how the inner thighs are feeling, the hips, no knee strain or hips, dodgy hips. So you can adjust the feet, sit on a block, just do what you need to do. Keep a long spine so you can really lift the head off the shoulders, draw the shoulders down. Play around with where the weight is, so you can maybe play around with leaning forward or back slightly without falling over, and find more length. So from here then we're going to take the hands off the knees, keep opening the knees out to sides without collapsing. Try and get as upright as you can as we lift up, so start to push down into the floor slowly, start to the left, keep bracing. Slowly left, and then when we get to the top, inhale, and then exhale, we can just shake off, heel toe the feet back in. So inhale, then reaching the arms outwards towards the ceiling, and then exhale back into our forward fold. Inhale, half lift up. Next time our left foot stepping back, so breathe out, left foot behind, and then walk ourselves round into our wide leg fold. Okay, so as inhale, in your wide leg fold, so it's exhale, then we're going to twist, so we can either reach the left hand up or pop it behind the back. We can come higher to make it easier as well with a block under the hand, or we can start to fold towards the left leg, so we can start walking our right hand across. We can start to bring the chin towards the shin, or the elbow towards the floor. You can keep rolling that left shoulder open. Just take your time, see me. Just depending on how this is feeling. So you can keep the legs the same as wide leg fold. See how that right side feels, left leg. I'm going to spin round even more into a side plank. So we're going to start to bring our right hand across towards our left foot. Start to turn our toes, you can bend the knees as much as you need to. The left knee's going to bend, the right leg needs to stay straight there. You can keep heel toe in that left foot to the side. You can then start to reach the left arm upwards. So we're in a side plank there, we're on our little toe side of the right foot, and our left foot's just grounded down in front knees, pretty much in line with the hip. The right hip can sink, you might get an underneath stretch there, or you can really lift the right hip up and work the underneath, work the sides, play around with the left arm. Notice how the shoulder feels and different stretches. So if you reach over, you lengthen more that left side. You always just reach it up or open. Feel that chest feels. Shoulders away from the ears though, and really push into that right hand, so we're not sinking into that right shoulder there. When we're ready to, we're going to come back all the way around to face the right foot. So we're going to maybe step the foot in, or you can always keep it where it is. Turn the toes as you walk yourself around. Just keep walking all the way around, so we're facing it with the right foot. And then we're in down dog split with the right leg in the air. So slide the right leg back. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And then we can add a twist here as well. So we can bend the right knee and start to turn our hips open to the sides. Keep pushing into that left leg. Pushing into the hands. If you want to stay here, we'll just stay. See how the left shoulder, left arm feels as we get more weight onto it. You can come onto your right fingertips maybe. The underneath leg can start to turn to the side. The right foot can start to land outside of the left leg, and then we can lift our hips up into wild thing. So left arm supporting. So arch in here. Try and drive the hips up and create a bend in a bit of a back bend, really push into that left hand, make sure the left shoulder is okay. As soon as you're ready to come back into down dog, we'll be pressing back into down dog. So you might want to see me take the right foot slowly off the floor, and then control the movement back to centre, and then placing both feet down. So take a vinyasa into child's pose. So as inhale, let's ripple into plank. Exhale, let's lower down for cobra. Inhale, lift in the chest. And exhale, let's lower. So we're coming into child's pose again. When you're ready, we'll push to the knees and inhale. And then exhale, we'll sit back, hips towards the heels. You might want to bring the hands behind you for this one. Just let the shoulders melt towards the floor. You can rest the head. Maybe rock your body. Just slow your breathing back down. So when you inhale, let's come back up onto your hands and onto your knees. And on the exhale then, slide your right foot out behind you. Inhale, lift the right leg up, and then exhale, let's kick your right leg out to the right. So from there then, we're going to drop the right leg straight down, tuck your left toe under, lift the left knee, and we're going to have a go now, bring the left knee towards the left elbow. So if you want to, remember we can always keep the right leg behind you. It's easier if the right leg's behind you there as well. The harder if the right leg's to the side. You can have a go at lifting the left knee and see if you can place it on the arm. Maybe you might want to have a few attempts, or if you're quite stable you can hold it there. How long? I don't want to stay there more than like one breath. When you want to move on, we'll just bring the left leg back down. So just hover the left knee off the floor, and then we'll bring the right knee back in and hover box position. So both knees hovering, your spine's nice and supported, you're bracing, you're lifting out the shoulders there as well. Just keep breathing, keep the knees a few inches off the floor rather than lifting more. So try and imagine you've got a ball on your back, you don't want it to fall off. From there, let's lower the knees back down. Inhale, let's exhale, then let's kick your left leg out behind you. You can keep it on the floor, you can lift it up in the air there. And we'll start to swoop the left leg out to the left, or keep it behind if you're not liking the side kicks. And then we can land the left foot down. A little bit more in the hands so we can keep going there here. So lifting the right knee, so we can either just stay on a tiptoe position there, or bring the right knee towards the right elbow. So you can really lift, hold. As soon as you need to, you can come back to a tiptoe, rest the knee down. Oh, sweaty now. When you've done, so yeah, maybe a few goes at that as well. When you feel like you've done the same amount, we're going to bring the left leg into the knee box hover position. Tiny bit longer here if we can stay a bit more. Keep lifting out the shoulders, keep bracing, keep drawing your belly in. Keep the knees hovering. Keep the weight through the hands nice. Instead of just digging into the wrist, try and ground the first finger and thumb down. And then from there, let's drop the knees on the floor, then tuck the toes. Let's swoop the hands out in front. So this time we're going to turn the palms in. We're going to go for a prayer hand puppy. If you'd rather stick, if you're quite high off the floor in puppy and you'd rather not, then a different puppy is fine. This one's quite intense. So we can bring the palms together then, so reaching the arms forward like you do with the other puppies, and then maybe start to bring the hands towards the back of the head while sinking the shoulders, chest through. Make sure that the shoulders are okay, elbows. If you want a bit more as well, you can have your elbows on blocks so you've got a bit more space to melt. You always do that another time. And then from there, let's slowly bring the hands back down, and then pull the hips back and then allow the hands to slide back in. So inhale. Exhale, then let's tuck our toes under. Let's lift the knees, let's push into down dog. So we're going to have a go at landing into that yogi squat. So we can inhale, lift onto tiptoes. Exhale, let's open out, look for a walk step, a hop to squat. And then lower your hips back down, inside for squat. Okay, so we're going to move into an arm balance next, so we're coming into crow. So if you rather just shake off the hands, stay here, don't worry too much about crow. So we can grip the floor with the hands, so place them in front. And we want to push into the feet, keep pulling the knees open, lift the hips up, and then you reach the chest forward. From there, your elbows will stack over the wrist, and see if we can scoop the feet in towards each other. Otherwise we'll come back into a squat. We can have a block in front to like a pillow. It's a hard pillow. Or we can try one foot and then keep test tapping the other one. And then we'll lower back down into our squats. So we'll push the floor away, open the knees out, inhale, exhale, slowly lift ourselves all the way up. to stand there, and then inhale. Exhale, just shake off, and heel toe, the feet back in. Okay, so we ground down into the right foot. We're coming into a standing balance before we bring it down. Ground down into the left foot, so we'll do the right foot first. And then we'll bring the right foot to either the inside of the left. We can bring it below the knee, above the knee, or maybe hold on and place it right the way up the leg. We're coming into tree pose. Okay, so see if we can let go of if you need to use hold the hand on leg if it's sliding. Otherwise, you can push the foot into the inner thigh or where it is on the leg to stop it sliding, and the right hand can come on. Maybe place both hands on hips, and then just see how you're kind of holding yourself there, so you can level off. So you can open the knee without kind of twisting the hips to the side. So see, you might need to bring the knee back in if that's happening. And then we can keep the hands there, again just checking how you're holding yourself, trying to pull the ribs in, maybe tuck in or brace, or the arms can reach upwards, and you can always open the arms out. Keep your focus on something still. We're going to hold for maybe a minute or so quite a bit. We're not going to be transitioning into anything from here. We're going to do one or the other. So you can just stay solid like a tree. If you do need to shake off before, shake off, otherwise we'll stay a bit longer. Just notice how everything's feeling, how you're balanced. Keep drawing the shoulders down if you're reaching up. Always change the arm position if it's causing you to shrug. And lengthen the neck as well. It's that left leg feeling. Don't worry if you're dancing. And then from there, we can slowly bring the hands back down, and then just slowly shake it off the legs. Okay. So ground down now into your right foot, and then we'll lift the left. So left foot can come inside the left lower leg, maybe further up. Push, you can hold on with your left hand if you've got slidey trousers or anything, and then just stay there. Or if you can, push the foot into the leg into the foot as well. And then either hands can stay on hips, you can just feel how you're kind of holding yourself. So you're tending to twist to one side, so you can open the knee without letting yourself kind of turn. Maybe drawing the ribs in. Either stay in there, or we can reach the arms up. Keep drawing the shoulders down. Nice slow breaths, keep looking at something still. Just really feel all those little movements going on. So the lower the foot, so weight places in different parts to try and balance you. That's that lower leg feeling, the calf. That's the right thigh feeling, let's get warming up. Left leg pushing into it, that's the quads, so you might feel some trigger points. So yeah, bracing, shoulders nice and relaxed, neck long. Really extend the elbows, reaching that out, fingers out to the side. I'm not sure how long we've been on both sides. This side is starting to burn. I feel like it's getting there. When you feel like you've done the same though, we'll shake off. Mm-hmm. You can even add some side bends and like a waving tree in the wind. Okay, I think you've done about the same. So just slowly bringing the hands down and slowly lowering and giving the legs a little shake off. Whew. Okay, so it's heel to the feet back out now for your squat. Inhale, reach the hands out. Keep pulling the knees open, or any other way if you want to come a different way to set. Just slowly lower. And we're back in squat. From there, if we can land in boats, we can lower the hips down and lift the legs. as controlled as possible. Otherwise, a different way, you might want to use your hands. You might want to, anyway. And then we end up dropping the shoulders down, try and lift the head off, away from the ears, and bringing the knees in towards each other. Keep drawing your belly in, sitting as upright as you can. So let's take a breath in, let's try and draw the knees in. You might want to bring the arms inside and then try and bring your knees towards the shoulders. And then exhale, we're either just going to come back into a bow, or we may start to lower down into dish, just up to you. And then inhale, let's come back up, knees in towards the shoulders. And then exhale, either just come into boat and pause, or maybe come down into dish. Really keep bracing in dish, keep your body like a dish when you do come up an arch dish. Inhale, exhale as we lower, or as to the point we want to. And then inhale. And exhale, we're going to keep going until we can't do anymore. We want to just lie down. I'm not sure how many. I don't feel like I want to do too many more of these. Let's try 4 more. You might just go forever. They're getting faster now. Keep going if you've got more energy. And then when you're ready, you'll control down. Give the legs a little rock from side to side or shake off. Just feel your heart rate. Your breathing. Okay, so step the feet now in towards your hips. And just level yourself out on the floor. And feet about hip width. We'll exhale, we'll press our lower back into the floor and just start to lift into a shoulder bridge. So just inhale at top of bridge. And then exhale as we lower ourselves back down. And inhale at the bottom of bridge, so you can just let your pelvis rock away. Maybe arch your back off the floor. And then exhale as we come back into bridge. So press your back down into the floor. Start to lift the hips back up. So inhale at top of bridge. And then exhale as we wave our spine back down. And inhale at bottom of bridge. Exhale as we lift back up. Inhale. And then exhale and lower. So we're going to stay at the top now in bridge. So inhale, exhale as we lift up. If you want to bring it down, we can put a block underneath the hips and rest. You can straighten the legs out. It would be quite nice. If you want to keep energizing, we've done like wild thing. It's quite a bit more gentle, but similar in a way. We might want to come into an upward facing bow. So the shoulders, though, make sure that they're okay. We're pushing up onto them, so no kind of straining going on, and the same with the lower back as well, because it's quite a deep back bend. So if you'd rather hold still, just stay there. Otherwise you can bring the hands behind you, so they're around the shoulders, the elbows stacking over the wrists. Start to drive, push into the hands, but imagine something pulling you up from the middle. So you're kind of lifting up evenly. Either look behind or start to straighten out the arms, maybe even legs. Anytime you want to lower, we can just slowly come back down there. And then we'll either just bring our feet together and just drop our knees open. Just try and relax the legs and the thighs. Just relax the upper body, shoulders as well, arms where comfortable. So we'll be pretty much coming into our final stretch. So if there is something you want to do, just keep moving how you feel. Otherwise we'll finish with shoulder stand or plough. So the option, if you don't want to be upside down, would be to bring the knees in and then just to hug them, and then maybe just stay there. The next one would be to lift the legs up. If you've got a wall, you could just lift them up against the wall and hold the thighs or calves or strap around the feet. If they stack, you can just let go as well, if the bones stack. The next option then would be, if you want to start being more inverted and lift the hips, you can bend the elbows, start to roll, and then take your time to catch your back with the hands. You may start quite low to the floor with the hips, and then you might want to bring them more and more over the shoulders, but keep watching the stretch as you do. If it feels too intense any time before it gets there, you can just come back down. And you can start by bringing the hips more and more over, the legs more behind, and see how that feels. And if that feels good, then you might want to lift up into shoulder stand. You lift up one leg at a time, really, so keep bringing the hips through. Want to stay there a bit longer, you might want to stay in plough, you might want to do something else. Whenever you are ready to come down there, we'll just lower. Resting then in Shavasana. So if you want to adjust yourself so you're comfortable, if you wiggle shake your body or give everything a little wiggle. Lengthen the neck, rest your eyes, your mouth. Maybe take some deep breaths. You can even sigh out on the exhales. Exhale deeply. And we're just going to lie here now, and without any effort, so without controlling our breath. And every time a thought pops up, see if we can catch it, notice it. If you do want a focus point to help your mind stay focused on here, and maybe find the furthest sound. But rather than thinking about the sound, and see if we can just notice it in the background, kind of. And just keep noticing where your mind wanders and keep bringing it back to that sound. Start to make little movements again. You're going to wiggle your fingers or your toes. Take some deep breaths again, maybe. Either hug the knees or stretch the arms behind your head. And bring the knees over to our right hand side and give them a little hug right there. And when you're ready to, then we'll just lift ourselves up to sit, however's comfortable. Now we take a big breath in and stretch upwards. And exhale and bring the hands down in front. And thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.